Morning.
Good morning.
In a series like this where the two teams play two discernibly different styles, does it become about who gets to play what style or about who can beat the other team the way they want to play?
Well, we've played this team quite a few times over the last year and a half since I've been here anyways, and I think both teams have an understanding of what the other team's good at, what they're trying to do. I think the one thing that our team has demonstrated specifically this year is it has been an ability to adapt, so we feel comfortable.
Can you go anywhere in the playoffs if you can only win at the way you want to play?
That's a good question. For us, I think one of our team's strengths is our ability to adapt a game plan, an ability to be flexible. I said this yesterday, but we have an unshakable belief in our players and our ability to rise to the occasion.
Jay, how difficult do you think it was for Leon to play a good chunk of last year's playoffs injured?
Well, it was a testament to his pain threshold for sure. Somebody who, what he put his body through to get ready for every game was outstanding. But that was last year. We're here getting ready to take on a really good team in the LA Kings, and we're happy that he's at 100%.
He described it as like a growth or a learning experience. How can that help him, this year?
Yeah, well, it kind of goes to Mark's question there as well, is that sometimes everything's not going to go your way. Sometimes the other team does good things. You have to be flexible and willing to adapt to whatever the situation calls for.
Jay, if you go back the last 12 games head-to-head, you and the Kings playoffs this year, for team who scores first won every game. Have you noticed, are you able to control the game that significantly more when you score first and then conversely them at the same time?
I think if you ran that study for most games in the NHL, I think the majority of the teams that score first would have a better winning percentage. I think the big thing in the playoffs is you have to find ways. And as I said earlier, it's not always going to go your way, but the ability to start well, I think, will be a key point for both teams.
You've talked a lot how in the playoffs you drill down a little bit more against the opposition than would in the regular season. The matchup this year that you seem to like and want was the Nurse CC up against the Kempe Kopitar line, and they didn't score a goal 5-on-5 against that pairing for you. What do you like about that matchup, and how hard in the playoffs do you push for matchups maybe more than the regulars?
Well, here's what I think. I think both teams have a lot of really good hockey players. I think both teams will see healthy doses of different types of matchups. We're confident in the people in our dressing room.
Jay, Matthias Janmark played 26 playoff games here in the bubble 3 years ago. How much of a factor would that be for experience for your bottom six here?
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for Matthias Janmark as a hockey player. I think he has good experience going back to his Dallas days, but also he was part of some good teams with Vegas. He seems to be built for this time of year, and we're going to lean on him and rely on him. We're excited about what he can bring to our team here in Edmonton. Good. Thanks, guys.